Here's a good reel, which is just one good example why Khabib is so much more dominant, wrestling-wise.
This is a wrestling technique called a switch. Why did it work so well for Poirier against Islam, but not Khabib?
Islam Moicano, guys, this was gonna happen. I told you guys, this fight was anticlimactic. I'm a massive Moicano fan, my second favorite fighter on the card. Guys, he had no chance, not short notice. I know he said that he trained for the fight before. He trained for Dariush and Islam. But bro, you can't do that. I don't care. You gotta be 100% focused on Islam. You gotta be 100% focused on who you're training for when it comes to Islam. He didn't stand a chance. He doesn't have the skill set. Now on the feet, he kind of proved my point where Islam is, again, I don't want to take anything away from Islam, but guys, when these strikers, if they don't fight with fear and they strike with volume the way they need to against Islam, I think we might be, again, Islam is great. Nothing to take away about Islam or take away from Islam. But striking, the way we're talking about it, because we're talking about it like he's Canelo out there, bro. We're overrating him a little bit. He has a lot of openings, flaws. Okay, again, no disrespect to Islam. All the respect to Islam. He's the best, pound for pound the best, okay? But, guys, he got knocked down by Moicano. And after that knockdown, I was like, okay, this is over because I know what he's going to do. He's going to go take him down. He's not going to just... Even before that knockdown, bro, Moicano was fighting without fear. He looked bigger. He looks maybe faster out. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the inside leg kicks. He caught him a few times. But he's going to go take him down. This fight's over. And in that last minute video I had where I said Moicano is about to get destroyed, but that's a lose-lose for Islam. Even if he wins, even if he gets a quick dominant finish in the first or second round, which is what happened, he has nothing to gain because his detractors are going to say, yeah, it's Moicano, bro. Moicano on very short notice. Like, what do you expect to happen? We got to give the respect to Islam. I hope he stays in that division. I hope he fights the winner of Arman Oliveira. And Islam is not going to fight till June, July, Ramadan next. So in the meantime, March or April, maybe even February, late February, I don't know, probably March, make that Arman whoever fight. And then the winner gets... It should be Arman Oliveira. The winner should get Islam. But Islam, he's the GOAT, guys. He's the GOAT. But as a Khabib fan, Khabib's my favorite fighter of all time. Islam fans, if you're watching, Khabib's my favorite fighter of all time. If you watch the Arman and Islam breakdown video, if you watch the full video, you probably think that was a glazed video. A lot of people just click that video just to leave a comment. That's not a glazed video, guys. That was 99% factual analysis. So you might think I'm an Islam hater. No, Khabib is my favorite fighter of all time. And I'm not going to say this as a Khabib fan. I think Khabib is better than Islam just because Islam is a more well-rounded fighter. Yes, of course. Like, no argument there. No debate. But Khabib is more dominant in that one area. He's a better wrestler and he's got a mental edge. He's more of a savage. But the way I judge GOATs, for me, it's prime for prime. One fight, or even 10 fights. But let's just say one fight. Who you got? Prime for prime, one fight. Khabib, Islam. Who you got? I got Khabib, guys, because Khabib has more dominant wrestling. He's got better control. Here's a good reel that I came across on Instagram, which is just one good example why Khabib is so much more dominant, wrestling-wise.
This is a wrestling technique called a switch. Why did it work so well for Poirier against Islam, but not Khabib? Let's take a closer look. The idea with the switch is to use the opponent's forward pressure against them by quickly sitting out. This sudden change in position shifts Islam's weight off of Poirier's back and causes him to fall forward. The next step is underhooking the near side leg. This keeps Poirier attached to Islam's lower body and prevents Islam from circling to his back. As Dustin sits forward, it starts to put a lot of pressure on Islam's shoulder, which encourages him to swim this arm through and allow Dustin to take control of his side to relieve that pressure. Now let's look at what went wrong when he tried this against Khabib. As Dustin sits out and underhooks the near side leg, Khabib's weight shifts off of his back just like it did with Islam. But instead of releasing the body lock to break his fall, Khabib held on and circled toward Dustin's back. Remember, controlling that near side leg is what keeps his opponent from circling behind him. But this right here is where Dustin loses the position. Notice how Dustin's hand is resting in the pit of Khabib's knee. So when Khabib kicks this leg out and straightens it, it releases it from the grip. Without that underhook, there's not nearly enough pressure on Khabib's left shoulder to break the body lock and reverse the position.
He's just better, guys. He's just better on the ground. Again, Islam is probably the best right now, but compared to Khabib, guys, that's how I judge GOATs, okay? Prime for prime, one fight, who you got? I got Khabib. But nothing to take away from Islam. Islam, he deserves to be a GOAT, bro. He's definitely pound for pound number one. He's the best. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think. And appreciate you guys watching. Much love. Peace.